Alright, so I decided I would answer a few more questions since Kelsey decided to put a bunch of questions up. I figured I would answer some. Let's see. First question, would you say that your high school was cliquey? Um, I'm not really too sure, to be honest. I think it kind of was, but not really. Everyone kind of hung out with everybody. We were on the smaller side, I suppose. Um, yeah, I suppose the people who would be considered the druggies hung out with each other. People who were more into sports and athletics or just popular in themselves would be, um, they hung out. What clique would you say you were a part of? I don't know. I was a cheerleader, but I never really hung out with the cheerleaders. So I don't know. I was a cheerleader, but I kind of did my own. I was like the loner cheerleader, I guess, because I hung out with my own set of friends and I didn't really care whether or not I hung out with the cheerleaders or not. So I really couldn't put a label on myself from high school. Let's see. What kind of makeup do you wear? When I do wear makeup, obviously today I'm not wearing any. When I do wear makeup, I just wear whatever I can afford. Usually, I have a mishmash of different kinds of makeup. Um, Eyeliner, I don't use the pencil. I have to use the one that you click. I don't even know what brand that I have. It's either CoverGirl or whatever's cheap. I don't even know. Um, but otherwise, I hardly ever wear makeup. I just don't feel like I don't see the point of wearing it every single day, and it's bad for your skin unless you have like the mineral stuff, which I have some of that through Mary Kay. Let's see. How did you find out you were pregnant? Um, oh goodness. I got pregnant in July. I didn't find out till about a month later. I found out August 21st, 2008 is when I found out that I was pregnant. Um, and I remember this because for about, let's see, I'll even be first to admit, I drank for the first month of my pregnancy because I didn't know I was pregnant. We weren't trying, which is her next question, I believe. It was a big oops. So, but I had gone to a party at the bar for one of our friends. It was their birthday, and I drank a lot. Um, and then went home, went to sleep. Next morning, felt like crap, which is normal. But the thing was, I felt like crap for probably about another 3 or 4 days. And that for me is odd. I've never, usually my hangover, it's gone by noon. I mean, eat and drink and I'm all good. Um, let's see. Hold on 1 second. Okay, thanks, Des. Anyway, but I remember because shortly after that whole drinking, feeling like crap, I had what I thought was like menstrual cramps, that kind of upset stomach, and I had that for about a week. And it started bugging me because I'm like, oh, my period's gonna start. I'm craving these things again. My rag's starting soon. Blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't have any tampons. So my boyfriend and I go to Walmart and are going shopping, whatever. And I'm like, I need to get tampons because my period's gonna be starting. I can feel it. Well, it was by this time it was late, and I'm thinking, God, this kind of sucks. And 2 times before that, it had been late, and then the next time it was on time. Well, this time it was late. I was supposed to have it that um, August August 15th. I should have had it. I'm thinking, okay, the latest would be the 19th. Well, we had gone shopping, I believe, the 19th or the 20th, and I think it was like the 19th went shopping, and then I waited all day on the 20th thinking, okay, my period should be starting, and I had a pregnancy test. I had bought pregnancy tests because with the way we were having sex, kind of needed to know. So I got brave enough finally on the 21st that night. I was like, okay, I need to take a test. I need to do this. I'm getting mad. And usually I'm thinking, okay, I'll take the test. It'll say not pregnant. My period will start in the morning. Everything will be good. Peed on the stick, whatever. Walked out of the room. I had one of the clear blue digitals, so it said either pregnant or not pregnant. And I've had pregnancy scares before, and that's the brand that I used, and they've always said not pregnant, and the next day I get my period. So walked away, went and got some water, went back, looked at it, and it said pregnant. And my face at this point was just like, whoa, where's the knot? I don't see it. Where the hell is it? And I was freaking out. I started shaking. I was like, I was just freaking out. I didn't know what to do. I'm thinking, first thing I thought was my parents are going to kill me. But the thing is, I wasn't living with my parents anymore. I was living on my own. I was working. I didn't understand. I'm like, why am I so scared? And it was totally unplanned and uncalled for. And that was probably about, maybe 9:30 at night. My boyfriend just got off work. I waited a few minutes. I waited probably about 10 minutes. The longest 10 minutes of my life. I called him, and I was like, he answered. He's like, he's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm just sitting here having a beer. And I said, well, you need to come home. He's like, why? Why do I need to come home? I said, I took a test. 3-second pause. And then I get, I'll be there in 5. Click. So, needless to say, he knew what I was talking about when I said that. Oh my God, I'll never forget that day. I was freaking out. He then went, I think he went back up to the bar and had a beer and ended up telling one of his friends that I was pregnant, which was so stupid. We decided that we were going to wait to tell people, but he had ended up telling everybody who he worked with, so the whole town, this whole small town found out. Luckily, my parents live about 2.5 hours away, but somehow word got back to my boyfriend's brother, and he told his sister and called him and asked him, and his, boyfriend denied it, of course, because we didn't want anybody to know yet. Yeah, and then his sister goes and tells my aunt because his sister married my cousin, so my aunt is her mother-in-law. Go figure. And she had said this, and it was probably about a week later. It probably was no more than 4 or 5 days after I found out that I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, oh my God, you need to, like, I didn't freak out too much with my mom, but I was freaking out to one of my friends. I'm like, what the hell do I do? How do I say this? Because I told her before I told my parents. And when I called my mom, I was like, we have a problem. She goes, what's that? I'm like, I'm pregnant. And all she could say was, good job, Nyla. I was like, crap. So that kind of sucked. Well, since this video is just about out of time, I will stop, and I'll continue with another video. Thanks, guys.